Morning everybody, welcome back to Kiwi Farmer. We're just here opening up some gates, getting ready to start set stocking the ewes. So we ran all the mixed age ewes through the yards yesterday, gave them a 5 and 1, gave the twins and the triplets and some skinnies a drench. The singles are over here making their way up that ridge. I'll give them a bit of a hurry up, and then the twins are down by the yards down there, so we're going to start splitting them off into their allocated paddocks. It's a beautiful day here after a bit of a frost this morning. It's stunning. That'll do, Alfie! So we've got these ewes here to our first split out point. I've got my magic piece of paper with all the different paddocks and their allocated numbers of ewes to go into. So here behind the deer shed, I've got 2 paddocks. I've got a shut just up here, so we're going to draft off 142, and then they'll go into this holding paddock, and then we'll split them off again at that wee gate up the top there. And while we're doing that, the others can go up the lane, start wandering up. Got some gates shut up there, so see how this goes. Right, so those are all the 142 and over there. So I'll let the rest of these up the lane. Alfie, Red. That'll do. Oh boy. Here we go. Good boy. Right, so that paddock you see straight ahead up the lane there on the hill, that's where the next lot's going. So we've got 50 of these girls to pull out for that. And then 92 are going to go that paddock there on the left. So very, very lightly stocked here compared to a lot of other places, just because how steep the country is and how scrubby it is and stuff. So I think the ones on the right are only about 3 ewes per hectare, and the ones on the left, slightly better paddock, but more feed, that's at 4 ewes per hectare. Blue. Steady. Steady. Sit, Alfie. Sit. Sit, Alfie. Go and get up. Go and get up. Go and get up. Go and get up, Alfie. So that's our 50. Get up, Alfie. Come on, deaf ears. And so we only count in 2s. Well, that's how I do it anyway. So count 25, double it, that's 50. So say, yeah, say if you're counting each ewe that runs past, it's quite hard. Right, so we'll go and push these up through one paddock into another one. Oi, you stay there, and then we'll let these girls follow us. Right, so these girls here, we want them to stick along that gateway, stick along the fence and go through the gateway in the shade there. So, Cuz, Red, Sit, cuz. Red. Look at that, perfect. Sit, cuz. Will I go? Sit. Sit. Good boy. Will I go? Right, go up, shut that gate. Catch up with the ones going up the lane. These girls here have followed us. So they're heading around the side of this block of bush here and up onto the next ridge top. Now we've caught up to these ones again, up the lane. We've got a few put in here, 68. And then 30 to go in this one here, then the rest go up the lane a bit further again. So we will see how this goes. One more. Who's going to go? One more? Is anyone going to go? Just one. You go. I'll be happy in there. Right, so we've got 122 of these to put in this paddock here. Then some of them are going to go up and over the top, about half, 62. Blue, walk. Sit. They can all go in there. And then, yeah, because we pulled out about 30 skinnies, so we actually don't need this paddock there, which is great because that got chewed out by the cows. So. Perfect. Now we just might leave these in here for a day, as they're pretty panting, pretty tired, and then yeah, we'll go and shut some other gates over this side and push some singles up the top. So here we are at the back. Just come and have a look out here. This is where the singles are going to get set stocked. So this specific paddock was where we pulled the cows out of before they came in for their pre-calve vaccinations and the in-bovis testing. That's right. So as you can see, there's not a lot of feed here at the moment, so we might just leave them where they are, and they can just graze up a couple of paddocks as they walk up that ridge over the other side of the snob. And then yeah, we're meant to expect some snow on Monday, I think, so I'm not in a great rush to get them out here, so they can just take their time. Yeah, like I say, there's not a lot of quality feed out here. There's plenty of tag, and especially in this paddock. The other paddocks along this ridge have been chewed out by the cows and the ewes through the winter. So we'll let this come away a wee bit more, and then we'll just yeah, they're pretty lightly set stocked out here as well, so I think they're only 3 stomach units per hectare out here. But then when this does grow, it should grow pretty well. It's just late, you know, like we're 600 metres in altitude here, so it's takes a wee bit longer to warm up. But what a view. Right, so we're up here. We've just got to check this fence. There's a fault, electric fault on it somewhere. This is the main lead out that runs from way down there all the way up to the top of this ridge, and then splits out for all the hill paddocks out the back here. So we'll wander down here and see what we can find. Right, so here's our issue. So it's either the wind vibrates these posts and these pins come out, or the deer jump over and just flick them out. But we'll put this on. Oh crikey, it was a big zap. put this on, yeah, we're losing 51, 53 amps. So we take this off, we go to 4.1. We've still got some faults up the line out the back somewhere, but this will help hugely. So hopefully we can do this without having to turn it off. Put that in there, get a hammer, tap that down. Yep, all fixed. Now to climb back up the hill to the bike. So for those of you that don't follow us on Facebook, we allow horse riders on the farm here, so either a casual pass or you can get a season pass. So that's what all these signs are around the show. So there's a home one there, points down the hill. This one here, waterfall in the gully down here with a hut, and then the trig right on the skyline up there, and the long loop, you can come down that ridge line there. So if you want to get amongst that, yeah, check out our Facebook page, which link for that is in the description below. So these girls here are the singles that we're talking about. So we put them up on the hill yesterday after we finished with them in the yards. So they've just had a 5 and 1, and then they're gonna keep wandering up through this paddock into the top, and then yeah, along the ridge to the other paddocks. Like I said, not too worried. Snow's meant to be coming on Monday, so they can just hang out here, and then we might look at chasing them up early next week. The sweet triangle over here, so from the block of bush at the bottom up there and then back down again, looking at putting that in pine trees, just because all it grows is gorse. Quite easy just to whip a fence down the ridge line there, join up with the native at the bottom, put another fence down below the native bush here at the bottom, and then plant that face, and then yeah, won't have to spray it as often, and it doesn't really grow much grass anyway. So that's the plan at this stage. You know, we're always looking at little options like that to better the place. One, it'll help reduce our costs as well once you put the initial planting costs and bits and pieces in. But the other thing is well, we potentially could get some carbon credits out of that as well, and maybe some government funding depending on what other plans coming forward. But the other one is to offset our greenhouse gas emissions. We did a figures the other day, and at the moment we're already sequestering more carbon into the soil on this farm than we're using, or that we're putting out there. So we're sequestering more than we're using, which is pretty cool, but you know, still work to be done. And yeah, like that block of land there that could go into trees, there's always options that we can look at. Right, that's it. Last mob away in the paddock for now. Still got those singles to push up the hill, and the twins above the airstrip to push up and over. But that's all that we're going to do for today. So I'm going to go harvest some fodder beet, check the cows up there again, a few other jobs, bits and pieces, and might have an early day. It's Friday, so sun's shining, couldn't be better. Right, thanks for watching, and once again, yeah, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that'd be great. I'm trying to get the gate shut, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye.